Hi everyone, I'm Torzi and welcome to this 30-minute yoga sequence with Runna. We're going to start this class on our backs, so just meeting me in a constructive rest position on the back of your body, on the mat. So coming all the way down, you're going to draw the soles of your feet to the width of your yoga mat and then just letting the knees fall towards one another, just allowing for a gentle internal rotation at the hip joint there. Placing your hands on your belly here, or maybe facing them up by your sides. And once you're settled on the mat, just gently closing the eyes and taking a moment to check in with yourself and start to deepen your inhale and exhale. Maybe starting to notice where you observe your breath most clearly. So this could be in the rise and fall of your belly, or maybe you notice your breath around the tip of your nose or in the chest. Just becoming aware of how you feel as you breathe. And becoming aware of how you feel in your body. So taking a scan of the muscular system from the top of the head down to the tips of the toes. And just observing how you feel as we prepare to move mindfully on our mat, clear tension from the body, but also build some strength and stability at the same time. Okay, if your hands aren't resting on your belly here, just guide your hands to the belly, and we're going to take some deeper breaths together just to set ourselves up for a really strong practice. So as you breathe in, I want you to feel the belly rise, filling with air. And as you breathe out, the belly falls back to the spine. So inhaling for the belly to expand and exhaling for the belly to relax. Just taking a few more rounds of this deeper breath in your own time and space. Final deep breath here together. Before lifting your hands on top of the chest. And just taking this moment to set an intention or a small goal for the practice. Or maybe you just choose to take this time to thank yourself for dedicating this time to take this class. And then we're fluttering open the eyes, wiggling through the fingers and the toes. We're going to separate the knees, hug both of our knees to our chest. Before extending that left leg forward in front of us, letting it lie heavy on the earth. And just taking some really gentle rotations through that right hip and through that right ankle. Okay, let's extend our right fingertips out to the side. We're grounding through the shoulder blades and the upper back. We're going to encourage that right knee towards the left side. Now, don't worry about that knee meeting the earth. We really want to stay grounded through the upper back. So much more important that we can really feel that effective sense of twist through the spine by keeping those shoulder blades drawing down to the earth. We also welcome a lovely opening through the chest and a stretch into the outer hip and IT band in this supine twist. Great. Coming back through center, we're going to switch our legs. So hugging both knees to meet and then extending that right leg forward in front of you on the mat. Taking some gentle rotations through the left hip and through the left ankle. Just letting that right leg lie heavy on the earth. Okay, extend the left fingertips out to the side, grounding through the shoulder blades. We're going to encourage the left knee off towards our right side. And you may hear a few little clicks or cracks through the spine. As long as you're not feeling pain as you do, then it's completely okay. Just the spine finding some realignment there. And again, not worrying about that left knee meeting the earth here, making sure that we're grounded through the upper back. Great job. Let's come back through center. Hug our knees to our chest. And then we're going to take some rocks or rolls either from side to side or up and down, making our way in our own time and space up to our tabletop position. So palms of the hands underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. We're going to take a tuck of the toes here, a deep breath in through the nose, and as you exhale, guiding your hips back towards your heels, stretching into the soles of your feet. You then have an option to take it a bit further, lifting up through the body so that your weight is now going more directly into the soles of the feet there. We're stretching into the plantar fascia, that band of tissue at the base of the foot. Really important to keep that stretched out. Brilliant. Let's release ourselves from that stretch, coming forward into our tabletop position. We're going to walk our hands towards the top of the mat, tuck through the toes, and lift the hips up for our downward facing dog here. Just taking some nice gentle pedals of your legs. We're then going to bend into the right knee, guiding that left heel down to the earth and deepening that sensation of stretch through the left calf muscle. Now I want you to check in with your form here. Make sure you've got a lovely wide spread of the tips of your fingers. Your hips are lifting high. Your spine is lovely and long. Let's switch things over here, bending into the left knee and guiding that right heel down towards the mat, stretching into that right calf muscle. Lovely job. Meeting me back in that downward facing dog. We're going to flow forward to a plank position, taking a deep breath in as we do. As you exhale, drop through the knees, hug the triceps to the rib cage and lower your chest and chin down to the mat, untucking the toes. Breathe in to lift through the heart, cobra pose. Exhale to melt the chest down. Inhale to lift the heart, again coming into our cobra. Exhale to melt the chest down. One more time, inhale to lift. And exhale to melt the chest down, good. Little bit of a challenge here. Take a tuck through the toes, push firmly into those hands. See if you can lift yourself back up to that plank position. On your next inhale, guide the left knee to your chest. Exhale, put it back. Strong through the shoulders. Inhale, right knee. Exhale, put it back. Inhale, left knee. Exhale, plank. Inhale, right knee. Exhale, plank. One more time, inhale, left knee. exhale, plank. Inhale, right knee, exhale, plank. Good. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift those hips for down dog. Whew. Good stuff. Okay, we're going to look towards our hands now. Step the right foot forward between our hands, dropping down through the back knee and untucking the toes. Make sure here in our low lunge that your right knee is stacked over your right ankle, and we're opening into that left hip, tucking the tailbone underneath us. Now we're going to start here by interlacing our fingers in front of the body. Draw the chin down to your chest. Draw the belly button back to your spine and feel that release through the shoulders. And then we're releasing the tips of the fingers, scooping our fingertips behind us this time to interlace fingers behind the body. Coming into a heart opener. And see if you can lift your gaze here, challenging your balance. Hug your legs into the midline. Opening through the heart. Lovely. Okay. Let's gently release those fingertips down to frame the front foot. You're going to guide your left toes towards the right side of the mat, opening into the hips and reaching the arms out wide for a grounded warrior T. You're then going to draw your left palm towards the back of the mat, point through that right foot and reach the fingertips towards the back of the mat as well, so coming into our modified side plank here. Option, if you want a bit of activation, is to squeeze through that right glute and lift for a moment through that right leg. Good. Let's lower the foot down to the earth. Walk your hands in front of that left knee and then lift up through the body. So we're actually coming into modified gate pose now. Right leg is extended towards the top of the mat. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, reaching the fingertips tall. And then as you exhale, slide your right hand along the outer edge of the right leg and reach the left fingertips off towards the top of the mat. Lovely. Okay, take a deep breath in, lift up nice and tall through center. And then exhale to guide the hands to the earth in front of you. Pivot on that right foot. Make your way back towards the top of the mat. So we're in our low lunge variation here. Now I want you to simultaneously root into the left palm and reach the right fingertips up as you lift through that left knee, so coming into the spinal twist. Really nice job. Deep breath in. Exhale to frame your front foot with your hands, meeting the feet in your downward facing dog. Just taking a soft pedal through the legs here. Maybe you choose to flow through a vinyasa. Absolutely go for it if you would like. Okay, lift your gaze to your hands. Step the left foot forward between the hands, dropping the back knee down and untucking the toes. Again, just some form checks here. Left knee is stacked over left ankle. We're stretching into the right hip, tucking the tailbone underneath us. Starting here by interlacing our fingers in front of us and then pushing the bind of the hands away, drawing the chin to your chest, releasing through the upper back. Lovely. And then we're scooping those fingertips behind us, interlacing the fingers behind our backs and lifting the gaze as we open through the hearts. Great job. Let's release those fingertips to rest either side of that left foot now. We're going to gently guide our right toes towards the left side of the mat, lifting through the body for a brief grounded warrior two, arms reaching out wide. And then we're shifting our right palm towards the back of the mat, pointing the left toes forward and reaching the left fingertips towards the back of the mat as well. So coming into our modified side plank, stretching into the side body. Okay, walk your hands forward in front of your right knee. I appreciate I'm facing away from you guys here, but you've got it. Lift through the body into our modified gate pose. softness into the left knee as you slide the left fingertips down the outer edge of the left leg and reach those right fingertips up overhead, feeling a really generous stretch into the right outer hip and side body. Gorgeous stuff. On your next inhalation, lift up through center, fingertips reach tall. And then exhaling to ground the palms, pivot on that left foot and make your way back to the top of your mat. Great. So palms are framing the front foot. We're going to tuck through the back toes, lift the back knee as we lift the left fingertips up, coming into our easy twist. Great stuff. Okay, frame the front foot with your hands. Guide the feet back to your downward facing dog. And then just taking a vinyasa flow together here, we're going to breathe in to flow forward to our plank. Exhale to take chaturanga or knees, chest and chin. Inhale, up dog or cobra pose. And exhale for downward facing dog. Look to the hands, take a step or hop to the top of your mat. On your breath in, lengthen the spine, flat back. On your breath out, fold forwards. Inhale, root to rise, lifting tall. And exhale, hands to your heart center. Brilliant. Going to come in here to a mixture of a standing balance and a stretch. So we're going to start in that traditional quadricep stretch, rooting down through the left foot and guiding the right heel towards your right glute. So we're getting a really nice generous stretch here through the front of that right leg, the right quadricep. This is a balance pose, so we are strengthening and stabilizing through the left foot. Now, if you'd like to extend your practice a bit here and explore giving dancer's pose a go, this involves simultaneously guiding the chest forward and extending that leg behind you. Now, wherever you get with this is great. What we're going to work towards is really kicking back with that right foot and reaching the left fingertips forward. Now, I know this is a challenging pose, so do your best, give it a go. But equally, feel very free to focus on balancing in that quadricep stretch. Okay, gently making our way back down to earth together. Meet the feet at the top of the mat. Give the hands and feet a little shake. Take a generous bend into the knees. Inhale to lift and circle sweep through the arms. Exhale to fold forwards. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Root the palms, step or hop back to plank. Exhale to guide your hips back to your downward facing dog. Look to the hands, step the right foot forward between your hands. Ground the back foot at 45 degrees and inhale to lift for warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, warrior two. And inhale to reverse. This time as you exhale, windmill the hands to frame the front foot. Tucking through the back toes, drop that back knee down. Untuck the back toes. And heel toe that right foot off to the side. So both of our palms are rooting to the left of our right foot. We're coming into our lizard pose. So meeting me here either on the hands, or you might want to come down onto your forearms. And we're deepening that sensation of stretch here through the left hip, left quadricep. This is a tricky pose, so take those deep breaths. Nourish your body with your breath. Great job. Okay, if you're on your forearms, make your way back up onto your hands with me. Tuck through the back toes and lift the back knee. And then really gently, take your time with this transition. We're going to guide our left foot to meet the right at the top of the mat. So we're coming into a yogi squat at the top of our mat. Really nice. Roots down through your left fingertips. Reach the right fingertips up. Brilliant. Coming back through center, both fingertips sat, so rooting in front of us. We lift up through the hips, heel toe those feet so that the hip width distance underneath us, folding forward over those legs. Inhale, lifting the fingertips up the shins, lengthening the spine for flat back. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to your hearts. Brilliant. Let's come through this sequence on the other side. So we're rooting down through the right foot this time, guiding the left heel towards the left glutes, stretching into that left quadricep, but also finding balance here and stability, building resilience through that right ankle and the right sole of the foot. Now again, feel super free to stay in this quadricep stretch. You do have an option if you would like to take it, to reach forward with the chest, back with that left leg, kicking back with that left ankle, reaching the right fingertips forward in front of you on the mats. Dancer's pose. And this is an advanced variation, so just do your absolute best with it and feel free not to take it by all means. Okay, gently easing ourselves out of our balance practice now. Meeting the feet, shaking into the hands and the feet. Cool. Meeting back in our mountain pose. Nice bend into the knees. Inhale, circle swoop the arms, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Root the palms, step your feet back to plank. And then guide the hips back to downward facing dog. Look to the hands, step the left foot forward between the hands, ground the back foot at 45 degrees and reach through the arms for your warrior one. Taking a breath in here, exhale, warrior two. Back foot perpendicular to front heel. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Moving with your breath. Inhale to reverse. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale to reverse. And then this time, exhale to windmill the hands to frame the front foot, tucking through the back toes, meeting in a low lunge. Drop through the back knee and untuck the toes. And then heel toe that left foot off to the left side of your mat so that both your hands can root to the right side of that left foot in lizard pose. Like on the other side, please do feel free to come down onto those forearms if you would like to welcome some more grounding here in your lizard pose. It really just depends on your body, your anatomy, and the mobility through your pelvis. So neither is right. I always generally stay on my palms unless my hips feel super open, but please do take the variation that suits you best. Okay, everyone making their way back up to their hands now. We're going to tuck through the back toes and lift the back knee up in space. And then nice and slowly guiding that right foot to meet the left at the top of the mat, coming into our yogi squats once more. Great, opening into those hips. Let's draw the right fingertips down to the earth in front of us. Lift the left fingertips up to the ceiling, coming into our yogi squat twist. Great. Okay, let's come back down to the earth, fingertips rooting at the top of the mat. Lifting up through those hips, heel toeing those feet to meet underneath us before folding forward over those legs. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, root to rise. And exhale, hands to your hearts. Beautiful job. We're going to make our way down to the earth now. So take a deep breath in, lift your prayer up nice and tall. And exhale for the final time to fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, root the palms, take a breath in to step the feet back to your plank, and then simply drop through those knees, untuck through those toes, and guide the hips back to your heels. You're going to shift your hips off to the right, toes off to the left, extending those legs forward in front of you on the yoga mat. Okay, I want you to flex into those feet as if you were pushing into a wall, so lifting the toes up to the ceiling. Hands coming to rest on the knees or thighs, lengthen the back body, shoulders away from ears. And then take a breath in to lift the fingertips tall. A breath out to fold forward over your extended legs. So guiding your hands to your feet, your ankles, or your shins here as we meet in our seated forward fold. Focus here on extending and lengthening the hamstrings, the back of the legs, but also releasing any tension stored in the lumbar spine. Nice deep breaths, you've got it. Okay. Slowly starting to walk our hands up our legs after that nice extended hamstring lengthener. Meeting back in staff pose. We're then going to shift our hips towards the top of the mat. Reach the fingertips forward in front of us, drawing our gaze towards the tips of the fingers. And then really nice and slowly, we're rolling down onto our backs. Extending those legs forward in front of us. Hands resting on the belly or palms facing up by our sides. And we've met our final posture for practice, corpse pose, where we take the final few minutes of the class to restore and relax and welcome stillness on the mat without having to activate or engage the muscular system, just letting everything go, letting it all relax. Corpse pose. Okay, let's start to prepare ourselves to exit our final posture by finding some movement through the fingers and the toes, and then preparing to draw the knees up towards our chest. Taking a gentle rock from side to side on the back body before rolling off to our right sides. And making our way up to a comfortable seated position in which we can end our class together. Hands resting down on the knees or thighs, lifting and lengthening through the spine, drawing the crown of the head up to the ceiling. And then once we're all here together, we can take a nice big circle sweep through the arms, meeting the hands above the heads, and then guiding them down to our heart center. Just take this final moment to thank yourself for dedicating this time, this space to your yoga practice. And I really hope you enjoyed this sequence with Runna.